5:50, bright as hell. Thanks, Arizona. On my way to work, I meant to film like a wrap up after training last night, but I had meals to prep. And laundry to do, so that's a no-go. But I am back on top of my meals, which feels amazing. I have fresh clothes, which is awesome. I'm not like putting together makeshift outfits. And yeah. That's that. I was gonna film one this morning and like act as if it was last night. Oh my god. Excuse me. See, I didn't get enough sleep as is. So I'm making a bunch of excuses. Really, it's on me. I just didn't do it. However, today is different. Today we have quads. Later on, I have work right now. Starting off 2 breast cases today. Should be a pretty simple and straightforward day, but simple does not always mean easy. Oh my god. Wow. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up before I start yawning again. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's happening. But yeah, I haven't had coffee yet, to be fair. So I'm gonna wait till I get to work to grab some coffee. That's probably why I'm so scatterbrained. Caffeine dependency, not good for the brain. Had some eggs this morning. I am going to get my carbs in when I get to work, because I just had enough time to get some eggs and egg whites, 3 eggs, 300 grams of egg whites, cook them up. Oh, jeez. Okay, 3 eggs, 300 grams of egg whites, cook them up, throw them in this Tupperware, and then eat them on the road. That's my life as of now, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Because this is the journey, and one day I can eat eggs in my kitchen and not have to already be at work. And if I want to do that now, I'd have to wake up at 4 instead of 4:45, 5. And I'm okay. I would rather get that sleep and move on. So yeah, all right. I'll catch up with you guys probably on the way to the gym. Like I said, got quads later on today. I don't think I'm going to do the full workout like I did last time, but maybe, I don't know, probably not. It's pretty cooked. This Saturday we have, I'm just trying to think of variety in the vlog. This Saturday we actually have a show, local, Phoenix Championship Wrestling. So I'm going to try to film as much as I can of that. However, those are extremely busy days for me. And, I'm helping with setup, tear down, my own match, other people's matches. I'm helping the coaches with whatever they need. But that's Saturday. I'm just going to stop yawning and just move on. So I'll see you later on, probably right before for quads. See y'all. Okay. All right then. That was quads. Great workout. Actually, it was fine. It was one of those where like everything felt heavy and not the good kind. So I never quite like actually, you know what? Leg extensions saved me. I went pretty hard on leg extensions and those kind of pumped my quads up, but I never quite hit that zone where I call it in the trenches. Like I never felt like I was in the trenches where, you know, your muscles filled with blood, you're out of breath every set, you feel pumped, you feel like your frickin' legs are as big as your head. Like I never quite felt that. So it's okay. About halfway through, I realized, all right, this is one of those days, but just keep pushing through. That's why I keep my logbook, so I can see the numbers and say, all right, you have to at least get this many or one more, you know? And that helped me kind of mentally get out of it, because then you're taking the, well, I don't remember what I did last week, so I'll just go with this. You're like, okay, I need to at least push to this. And you're making it more of an objective measure than based on feel. So, yeah, it is what it is. I will say, so I put up a post today on my Instagram about, whoa, I almost hit a bird, about, you know, the changes I've made to my physique in the past 2 months that I'm pretty proud of. Because I think we talked about before, like, I pushed the bulk pretty far to where I was hitting 900 grams of carbs a day, but I'm not putting out that output in a way that can make use of all those carbs. And so I went on a cut. I feel much better now. I feel like I look better, and I'm steady at 213. I got up to 223, so I've lost 10 pounds. I got down to 207, and then I steadied out like almost immediately at like 211 to 213. So I float between those two numbers, and I've been that way for the past 4 weeks. So maybe start introducing a little bit more carbs, but I feel good. I don't think I need to. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting leaner, so I can't complain. Um, yeah, but where I was going with that is I put the post up and it made me feel, you know, like, cool, yeah, like I did accomplish something, and I feel proud of that. But it led to me thinking, like, okay, now what's next? And I think in terms of wrestling and at the school, a lot of people accomplish one thing and then they kind of go, all right, and that's it. And if your goal is one match ever in your life, that's fine. I will fully support you and help you get that. And afterwards, if you're happy and you want to take the foot off the gas, I'm more than willing to like accept that. Like, it's your life. Do whatever you want with it. Um, as long as you're happy, I'll support you. So I'm not saying everyone has to, you know, sacrifice everything to make it to the top if that's not what they want. I will say the people who do say, I want to make it to the top, get very, very content very quickly as soon as they accomplish whatever goal they have in their head, that first milestone. It seems to be pretty content after that, and their effort turns into complacency. And so today at the gym, I was on leg extension. I was actually waiting for the leg extension, and I see these two girls, and they're like waving from one of the desk, the sign-up desk, and I like look, and I'm like, are they waving at me? And I'm older, so 27, so my eyes don't work as good. But I realized it was two of the newbies, two girls who are newbies at the school, and one of them is she was a high school wrestler. I think she might still be in high school. She might have just graduated. I don't know, but she's doing very well in the not tryout. She did well in the tryout, but she's doing well in the first 6 weeks of conditioning. And the other girl, I don't believe ever played a sport before, and she actually just discovered wrestling a couple months ago. So the point of this is they were there, and I went up to go say hi. I was like, hey, what are you guys doing here? And the former wrestler, the amateur wrestler, was like, oh, I'm signing her up as my guest so that way she can come work out with me, and I can help her out. And I thought two things. One, that is so cool that these two girls have each other in these first 6 weeks and in this new journey of wrestling, because it is way easier. I had Kevin Koa. We were day ones. We still have that bond. We still lean on each other. We still help each other. We still push each other. And I think it's so important to have that. And not someone who's just willing to like be your friend when you're there, but hey, have you ever thought about working out with me? Like, that is really cool. And so the fact that these two girls took it upon themselves to do that and have the wrestler, bring her to the gym. And then I had talked to the other girl, And she had done Orange Theory, which is fine and cool. And she, I don't think she'd ever been in this kind of gym environment. So for her to have the wherewithal to go, you know what I'm doing right now may not be enough for wrestling. I may need to push it a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with Orange Theory. I'm not trying to, trash talk it or anything. Oh my God, people don't know how to drive. But for professional wrestling, there is a certain extreme that you have to go to, especially when your body's first like um, calibrating it. So for her to be like, yeah, you know what, I need to do more. This girl is killing it. She's willing to help, and I'm willing to put myself out there and put myself in an uncomfortable environment in order to get better at this. There's nothing more I can ask for as a leader at the school, and I think it's super cool that those two. We have a great group of newbies, but those two in particular, I'm very excited, and I was excited beforehand because it's rare that you get girls in the training center, and it's even more rare. And then this is just by observation. I don't mean anything by it. It's even more rare for them to have that mindset. We've had plenty of girls come through the training center, and Taylor and Zamaya are the only ones who stuck around, you know? So for these two, right off the bat, to be like together and dogs and ready to work is really, really cool to see. So I want to kind of like, how do I say, like, not curate, but feed that mindset and keep that fire going, because right now it's just a spark, but that's going to be a wildfire. There we go. By this time next year, if they can keep this mentality. So I'm very, very excited for their future at the school and in wrestling. I hope they stick with it, and I hope they do good. But yeah, I think ultimately what I'm trying to get at, I was just really proud of them, but what I'm trying to get at is, don't get complacent. Don't just go, oh, cool, I made it through the tryout. Oh, cool, I made it into the ring. Oh, cool, I took my first bump. Oh, cool, I had my first match. Oh, cool, I did my first show on the road. Like, if that's all you want to do, that's fine. But if you're wanting to do more, it's almost necessary to go, cool, I accomplished it. Maybe take a day to recognize that, and then go, what's next? And I'm not saying you can't live in the moment, but I am saying you need to have your eye on the next moment as well. So don't be like me at the beginning, who was just like, all right, whatever, can't, take time to recognize what I did. I got to move forward and see what's next. Like with my physique, I'm proud of the changes I've made in the last 2 months. And also, I want to be proud of the future work I'm going to do as well. So I've tried to build that mindset where I can do both simultaneously. Um, but yeah, that was a rant. Quads are done. I'm back at my place. Gonna take Meredith out to dinner tonight. And I'm just waiting until she gets off work and gets her workout done. And then, yeah. So this will probably be the last check-in for today. I don't see why I would do another one, but I will see you tomorrow. We have a long day at work. It's 3 cases that are pretty, medium length. I am opening, so I will probably be there for 10 hours or so, and then I will go hit shoulders and tries, and then I will go coach and lead and help lead. Gallo will be there, Dom will be there, Kevin, I believe, is going to be there. So it'll be a leadership and coach filled practice, which is always fun. Yeah, I'm excited. Very, very exciting things this weekend in terms of the show we got. Next week, very, very excited. Me and class are going to AEW for some extra work. I'm not saying that as like a flex. I'm saying that as like, that's what we're doing. Extra work is something that is, I can go into my opinion about people who post about it, but I won't. I will just say it's a part of the business, and I'm very grateful for any and all opportunity that is thrown my way. And I'm excited to go. I'm excited to be there with class, and I'm excited to see what's next for us in terms of just the Pretty City Express, and why, all this work is going towards something, I hope. So that'll be cool. It'll be nice to get like our we did extra work for WWE last year. It was great. It was a cool experience, super awesome. Very grateful for it. And now it'll be cool to see another company, another high level company, uh, and playing the same role and seeing how they work compared to WWE. I learned a lot just from observing, so I'm excited to do the same there. But yeah, I will check in with you guys tomorrow, and have a great night.